Running a business is truly a sacred art. It's personal, it's emotional, it's deep, and it's real. If running your business or creating your mission-driven work, your soul-driven work, is not an emotional process, then you're just selling something. As we jump into the sections around business or holistic business or spiritual business, we have to take a look at the shadow of that word business, right? So many of us have dramas and karmas and relationships with money that take so much work to really look at. And so when you step back and you think to yourself, what is my relationship with money? What is my relationship with making money, selling, receiving money, spending money, money in of itself? So we begin here because as we step in as practitioners and we are doing our mission-driven work, we are not doing a service to anyone by selling ourselves short or selling a product that does not have soul and life and breath and heart behind it. And so for me, one of the reasons why I got into business coaching or even adding these modules to the programs that I run is because I found that there was not really any way to separate it. And what I see inside our industry of wellness, yoga, movement, physical therapy, chiropractic, Chinese medicine, you name it, that there is this stipulation around charging dollar for time. There is not a lot of conversations, and I find that people in the spiritual and wellness business industry are very uncomfortable about even calling that a business or even claiming their work as a business. So for years and years and years, many yoga teachers will just sell private sessions, and they will sell, a package of a private session. But to step in and say, hey, what I'm doing is actually a business and I have knowledge and wisdom to sell and to share, it is a different paradigm to jump in. And again, it goes back to those archetypes and stepping into that maturity, raising it up, like that mother energy, that balanced mother energy, stepping out of the maiden or the immaturity and just going, oh, I'll just offer you whatever you want. Okay, you need help with your breath? I'll do that. You need help with something else? I'll do that. Like, oh yeah, okay, I can do some sound bowl healing. Yeah, I can do that too. Or if you need like an energy session, sure, yeah, that's like $100. And we just kind of wing it, honestly. And this is the problem that I've been seeing for a long time inside our industry. And I see teachers and wellness practitioners struggling financially and struggling emotionally because they don't know what to do. And so we just continue to sell whatever anyone needs, whatever anyone's asking for. I am at your service. I will do whatever you need. And to me, that's really that peasant energy, right? Where we just get into, I'm here to serve and I'll do whatever anyone else wants, which is quite contrary to being a leader and running a business that is purpose-driven. Now, some of you may find that when you hear the word business, again, something comes up that's funny inside your heart. And I just want to encourage you to workshop that name, to consider the name business, work, all of that, and step back and say, what do we really mean when we say this is my business, right? And I say every day, I love my business. I love my work. I love my clients. And this is an important mantra for me to repeat every day, because when somebody walks into my clinic or they show up on Zoom, the energy that I'm bringing to host that space is professional, it's loving, it's in leadership, it's aware, it's awake. But if I'm bringing this energy where I'm not really running a business, I'm just kind of doing whatever somebody wants, they don't get the best results. It is not actually the best service to provide. an amazing service provider is in their worth, stands inside their worth. And some days this will be easier and some days this will be more challenging. But again, it is a practice. Running a heartfelt, holistic business is a practice. As important as your breath practice, your meditation, your yoga, your hydration, your food, your consciousness, your sun gazing, all the things we do. Running your business with consciousness, with spirit, and with soul is a practice. And so when I work with people in this way, I remind them all the time, this is an emotional process. As we come up with our offers, as we create this deck of offer suites, when I say, okay, I'm going to run Primal Medicine Mastery, I'm going to run the Path to Profitability and the Divine Medicine Reset, these offers have come, they have been born from my mother energy. They have been born from me standing in that place of creation, right? Not just by going, oh, my intuition says, or I'm in this place where, I don't know, I just learned this thing and I happen to just like fall into it. So I'm just in repetition. No, when you really stand back, you draw in all of those beautiful archetypes of the female, of the woman, and you go, how can I serve? How can I lead? How can I direct? How can I bring forth healing from a place of the queen with leadership, from a place of mother where it's fierce but it's loving, with a sense of joy and a sense of play, right? That maiden energy, or you're bringing in the love, the lover energy. I love my business, right? And that deep intuition that's important to really feel into and download from spirit what you really want to bring in and what's necessary and needed inside your community. And then also those practical sage skills that you've learned over the years. And so running your business means that you're going to learn so much about yourself and what it is that you're called to, what it is that you're directed to, what interests you most. And so as you guys begin to create these offers, it really begins with the mindset and the heart set and the reorientation to your beliefs and your dramas and your karmas around money, around receiving money. Like, for example, in order for me to sell a $10,000 program, which is what I do often, I had to stand inside my worth and inside my work and inside my leadership. There's no scamming going on. There's, no like, oh no, what if I should or what if I shouldn't, right? I am in that place because I have earned that place. I wouldn't recommend a brand new teacher starting their business or a brand new practitioner selling a $10,000 program, right? There's a process to this. And the reason that I feel good about doing that is because I have content. I've built up my library, my videos, my name, my branding, my logo, my design, my style, my rapport. I have a lot of testimonials, right? There's so much that comes inside of a package or a program that I sell. So as you guys are beginning, no, we're not necessarily recommending you begin by selling a $10,000 program with no following, with no content, with no background, with no rapport, or even testimonials. This comes later, but again, there's a difference between going, I'm selling a $10,000 to $20,000 program, or I'm just going to sell whatever anybody asks me for. If you want a healing session, I'll sell that to you. If you want this for your meditation, I'll sell you that. Oh, prenatal, I'll sell you that because I've done a little workshop on that. Or if you have a headache, let's do a headache yoga class. Or like you're chasing the tail of what everybody wants you to do rather than standing back and going, what is really interesting me? And that's what you guys are going to learn inside this content of the soul, of medicine, of movement, of breath, of women's health, of all of these skills, face reading, tongue reading. And then you can go, okay, from the ancient wisdom of the content and of becoming a primal medicine master practitioner, right? You can stand inside that selling. You can stand inside the product that you come up with. And maybe it's women's health. Maybe it's face reading. Maybe it's an archetype workshop, right? But you're creating it. You're deciding it. And that is why it's so important that we bring the business element into this program. So even if you're not like, I want to start a business, you have to shift and frame yourself to what would I want to offer, because that's what I want to spend my time steeping myself in learning, right? If the pelvic health work is really drawing you in, spend more time there, right? But also, I want to caution you not to throw away or cast away or disassociate something that maybe is uncomfortable, where there could potentially be a lot of learning there. You know, I didn't want to learn back-end systems and SOPs and technology, but as I saw that as I shifted to an online business, I knew that I had to learn this. I had to push myself out of my comfort zone, ask for help, hire a team, hire people that know how to do things that I don't know how to do, and learn skills that I don't know how to learn. And then what I came to find out is, wow, I actually really do enjoy this aspect of my business. And once I learn systems, my nervous system can relax and I'm not so overwhelmed. So sometimes it's the fear that gets in the way, or the overwhelm of our system or our nervous system. And so we just keep doing the thing that we've always done in the same way that we've always done it. Well, I've always sold $100 sessions, so I'm just going to sell $100 sessions. And then whatever comes, I hope I can pay the bills, or I hope that I can, do the thing. Now, I just want to caution you that as you dive into this material, take a lot of notes. Spend time downloading from spirit. Like, what is coming through? What do you want to create? I created the Divine Medicine Reset program, the healing program with clients, out of a desire to really serve people that have been cast away from the medical system. Most people that find me have been really sick. Nothing's helped them. They've been turned away. Most people that I work with, they are not beginners. I mean, I rarely work with somebody that's a beginner on their healing journey. And so I do speak to that. Like, when I really felt into it, I'm like, I want to work with people that have a ton of knowledge about health, that are probably in information overwhelm. They've been cast away by the medical system. Their naturopaths aren't helping them. They don't know who to turn to, and they need the mentorship. They need the support. They need the direction. They need somebody to actually fucking listen. And so I know that that's my style of teaching. So I created a program that matches my energy. It matches my desire, what I want to teach. I don't want to run programs for brand new newbies in the healthcare system that have been on Western medicine for their whole lives and they're just now starting to find health. That's not who I'm calling in as an ideal client, but someone else might call that in. So you have to think about, as you're diving into this material, who you want to work with, who you want to surround yourself with. What are your ideal clients? Who do you want to call in? And that has become very, very clear to me, even as I've developed the path to profitability or the business coaching, that the people that I'm calling in for business are people that are brand new in this transitional point, just like a lot of you guys are, where you have a lot of skills and knowledge, but you don't quite feel confident to sell a package or a program because you don't have your shit together. Like, you don't have your systems in place. You don't know how to use like the back end. You don't know how to file all of your videos. You don't know how to capture your intellectual property. You have some of it, but you don't have all of it. So I really have been so intentional with the people that I work with business. They are ready for that next step. They are ready to step in and actually run a mission-driven business. I'm not necessarily working with people that are already making 7 figures, right? That's for a different type of business coach. I love this phase where it's like I'm taking someone from dollar for time, selling packages, teaching whatever, doing whatever, winging it, into transitioning into having a very clear mission-driven business. That's me, right? This is something that I have gotten clear about over time. And so as you guys start to create your offers, maybe it is just for prenatal. Maybe it is just for women's health. Maybe it is a full encompassing program. You don't have to know that yet. You don't have to know the answers. What I'm recommending is that you stay open, right? In that Eastern energy, keep an open mind. that maiden energy, that breath of openness and curiosity as you start to build the business. And then really do the shadow work to look in and look at, how do I feel if I ask someone to pay me on time, to pay me more money than I'm used to? How do I feel if I pay someone more money? How do I feel if someone doesn't pay me? How do I feel if someone cancels, right? Do I charge them, or do I just let people walk all over me financially? In order to run your business, you have to look at how you feel about money, because money is a currency. Money is an energetic and spiritual contract. It's an agreement. And so when I sell somebody a one-to-one program for 6 months, right, at $10,000, let's say, we are making an agreement. We are making a contract together that we are going to show up in the best way that we can. We are going to pay our bills on time. I'm going to show up on time to those meetings. We're going to work together. There's going to be communication. There's going to be collaboration. That matters to me, but that's why we charge, right? And I know that what I'm selling is backed by a lot of content and 20 years of expertise and work. And so I can feel good about standing behind that. Now, the numbers that you come up with for what you're selling, the packages, the programs, the positioning, everything that you come up with for your business begins with standing in your worth, standing in your leadership, and then first doing the shadow work, the deep, nitty-gritty west, getting down into the underbelly of your emotions around money. And sometimes you have to burn that money karma, that drama, and go, you know what? This is an old story. This came from the way that I was raised. This came from my parents. This isn't even mine. Where does this come from? I'm done with this story around money. And I'm ready to have it be clean and clear, wipe my hands, be totally clean, and know that this is in alignment. This is my integral price. This is where I feel really good about it. And this is my integral offering. This is where I feel really good about it. I know that I'm ready to do this work. I feel confident here. And then wherever you still need to do the more research, you need to spend more time learning, that's what you have the opportunity inside the Primal Medicine Mastery, is to become a master practitioner. To become a master practitioner doesn't mean that you have all the answers. It means that you're willing to do the work. It means a practitioner, a holistic practitioner, is someone that is continuing to grow, continuing to learn. And then you can stand firmly on the ground of some of the offers that we put together that really match where you are. And then you can be a visionary, right? Really using that visionary energy, that archetype of the visionary, which is so important in the mystic, to go, I can see into the future of what I'm going to build. And then you think really big, right? And then you can step back and you can go, okay, this is what I'm going to do now. This is what I'm going to package together now, but it's going to be integral. I'm not going to let anyone walk all over me with my prices. I'm going to offer something that pushes my edge a little bit and it feels a little bit scary, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to raise my price just a little bit, so that I feel like, okay, I'm not just doing the same thing I've always done. Feels a little scary, feels a little edgy. But nothing that I teach you guys is going to be inappropriate. It's not going to be a one-off thing. I'm teaching you inside the business to build legacy wealth, to build products, and to build businesses that are lasting for your lifetime because they come from your soul, because they come from your mission. And so that's why we're not doing one-off workshops. That's not why we're not just taking whoever, whenever. It's like, I'll take whatever client, whenever, for whatever price, for whatever they need. Okay. Again, that's that groveling energy. No, we're not doing that anymore. We can throw that into the fire as well. So I'm really excited to dive into this aspect of the business, into the conversations with you as you learn the material, because it's also the motivation to learn the content, right? And as you're learning the content, you're going to know in your heart and in your mind that you're going to be helping somebody later with this information. And like I said, about the information that we're bringing in, maybe around the archetypes. You might use it tomorrow. It might be calling you, like somebody comes up to you and we have a lecture on the gut and you're like, hey, like, wow, this is really like calling to me. And I want to create some work around this and spend a little more time and dive a little deeper into this or offer this to a client. Okay. So I encourage you to be brave. I encourage you to step up. I encourage you to burn some of these dramas and karmas around money and around your worth and your selling and your business and all of these words and titles, and step back and go, you know what? To be a holistic leader, to be a holistic healer, to become a holistic practitioner means I have to run a business. I'm not going to just do whatevs anymore. Right? So step back a little bit, take some time to reflect on this and what I'm saying, listen to this again and take some notes, journal about it, and then stand up strong and be brave in serving the community, not from a groveling place, not from a peasant place, but from the queen energy. Okay, from the mother energy, from the queen energy. We're going to think really, really, really big, and then we're going to pull back to what's appropriate for now. And then also you're going to think really big. Maybe in 2 years from now, you're going to run a high level program. But right now, you're going to package up a 3-month program that has 5 things in it for a certain price, right? And so know that as we go through these business modules, I'm going to give you a lot more information on how to do that, but we're going to be toggling all the time back and forth from really big vision to current and what you can do now. But I recommend starting right now today, mindset, heart set, karma around money. Do the work that's needed for you to stand and clear, integral energy around money and around selling. Put on your big girl pants and know your worth. Right now, today, you are worth more than you probably think you are. And I don't say that in like a higher than thou way, but oftentimes we sell ourselves short out of fear. And I promise you, your community needs you to rise up, and they need you to be brave, and they need you to create programs that are going to change their lives. Okay, so the heart and mindset of business is the spirit, and it is the mission. It is the soul and the breath behind what we're doing. So learn this material because so much is coming, and your business is your business, and you get to create it however you like.